Welcome to YL. It's your girl Jazz Young, and I'm back with another one. So, y'all, this is Wednesday Thoughts, and today I will be talking about you, me, and Tuscany. Just a wonderful, wonderful movie. So, I'm just gonna get right into it. So, first and foremost, I thought the movie was very cute, and not your like typical like romance cute, but like cute in a sense of like this is someone's life. It is just so realistic to someone. Like someone has lived this life, someone is going to live this life, someone in 20 years gonna have a life like this. This and essentially made me feel like anybody can have this type of life. And I think that's just one of the things of Will Packer's artistry. He really sits down and gives us movies that are realistic. So, for example, like Girls Trip, I know a group of women that do a girls trip every year. And maybe the movie is what inspired them, but I know women that do that. I know a couple of friend groups that just everyone is just a couple. Like, you know, some of them knew each other from here, some of them knew each other there. Like, he makes movies that just makes you feel like they're normal people living normal lives and they're not being portrayed by actors. You know what I mean? Like, I really enjoy Will Packer's artistry. He makes movies in a way that makes you feel homey. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to describe, but I really do feel like it just makes the characters feel like regular people. So when you're looking at a movie that Will Packer does, I feel like you're looking at a true story. That's how the best way I can say it. So Will Packer, please continue to do that. As far as the cast, I will say I'm not very familiar with the lead male or actor, which I ain't gonna mess up his first name, so I'm gonna just say Gene Page. I know y'all know who that is. He's from Bridgerton. I'm not really into that, so I haven't really gotten to see his work. But I will say I loved him in the movie. I thought that he was an amazing actor. He fit perfectly with Haley Bailey. I think that them two just in general on the screen made me feel like they was a real couple. We were just like getting to see the how they're like it's like a reality show but like an hour long like special, you know what I'm saying, like a hour 2 hour long special of how they dated and how they met and how they got to here, or like it's just it's that true story, and them two really bought that all the way through, all the way together. Haley Bailey, I just feel like she's a very diverse art actress. Um, we know her as the Little Mermaid. You know, that's the Little Mermaid. No, baby, she's Anna. She's Anna. Okay, she is Brianna now. She's not the Little Mermaid. I love that we were able to see her more in a grown role. I will say though, I do believe that whatever role Haley gets in her life as she continues to grow, every role in some way is her. So she's not just playing roles and getting roles. I think that the roles that she's blessed with are roles that allow her to be authentically her. Like, and some of those roles and some of those people she's gonna portray in life, you can sit down and I'm sure maybe her family, her friends can be like, hey, that's really you, girl. Like, oh, this fits perfectly for you. This is you. And I felt that way with the Little Mermaid. Like, the innocent and the innocence of it all, or the singer, the voice, like there's so many different things I think that we're gonna see as she grows. But I will say I feel like every role that she's gonna play is always gonna feel she's always gonna feel like she's the perfect person for the role, because in some way the person she's portraying is her. Like if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But that's what I see. That's how I feel. So I cannot wait to see it. I see her growth, see their growth, because I think they're both gonna grow within the acting field as they continue to do great things, because they did great things in this movie. On to the movie. On to the movie, y'all. This movie for me, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna get a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. For me personally, I'm gonna start off with just the characters, the cast. Like, it was a warm movie. It felt I can't keep stressing it enough. It just felt normal. And in a world where there's so much going on, there's so much negativity, being in that movie theater, doing that, like being in that movie theater, I literally enjoyed the 2 hours of life. Like, it's so, because that's what the characters made me feel. It just made me feel happy inside. So if you're down and out and there's a lot going on in your life, go watch You, Me, and Tuscany, because I'm not gonna hold you. Like, it really will make you just feel all warm inside. Now, was it predictable? Yes. Yes, it was. If you watched the trailer, I know you know that we all know that she was going to end up with Mike. We know that for sure. However, the journey and how they were going to get there, that to me was not predictable. That was something that I felt like made the movie less boring and less like formatic. Like, it really felt the journey in itself and seeing how that journey is gonna go, that was, to me, not predictable. Yeah, we knew she was gonna fall in love. Yeah, we knew the family was gonna forgive her, but how did that look? Even I think her getting back into cooking. Yeah, okay. I actually thought she was gonna go back home and like be like, all right, girl, I'm ready to open up my own restaurant, and that is not what happened. So I will say that I appreciated that it was predictable, but not predictable within her journey. And at the end of the day, I feel like the heart of the movie was about grief. You know, grief, no matter what it looked like, everyone had some form of grief. If in my opinion, everyone was running or hiding or doing something from something, and the reason being was of grief. Some, they've lost someone, they lost a relationship, they lost a parent, whatever the case may be. They were grieving something, and that's what grief can do sometimes. Grief will have you sitting at a table talking to yourself. It's like, nah, grief will have you unmotivated. Grief will have you disconnected. Grief will have you stuck. And you sometimes feel like you can't get out. You don't know how to get out. And the movie for me was just that reminder that you can be in grief and the things that you go through in that grief. But always remember that what is meant for you will always be for you, and God is going to see you through it and make sure it happens. And I think that if you take all that in and you take in just Anna was the living testimony of that idea that grief will have you unmotivated. Grief will have you disconnected. Grief will have you feeling stuck. Grief will have you struggling to keep going. Grief will make you feel like you can't do what God said you're going to do. But God will get you through it. God allowed Anna to meet somebody. That person just had an empty home that he don't go to. And that empty home just happened to be where she was supposed to go with her mama after graduation. Yes, yes, yes. Like, she had an experience that not, she lied to get. She lied to get this experience. But this experience for her was love. This experience was for her was healing. This experience for her allowed her to reconnect with her passion, what she loved to do. This experience for her allowed her to just feel like she's herself again. And I think one of the things that I can take away from the most is not that this movie was not the about her getting a man at the end, right? The happy ending wasn't about her getting a man at the end. It wasn't about her getting a family, but it was more so about I think for everyone rediscovering themselves, but especially for her, right? We talk about love and how love is one of the greatest traits anyone can have. God then told us love is one of the greatest things in the world. And that is absolutely true. Like, love is beautiful. But rediscovering yourself, now that's healing. That is healing. And Anna got that from Tuscany. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like I rediscovered myself a little bit after watching the movie. Like, I feel a little healed. It just even like preparing to do this, just reflecting on the movie, I'm like, man, this movie really will make you feel all good inside, but it'll make you see the important things in life. But lastly, if you're grieving, it'll push you to keep going. It'll motivate you, because you got to see someone's life, and Isaac Keys, put yourself in their shoes. This could be you. You, me, and Tuscany could be anyone's life. Anyone can go through this. Anyone can experience this. But the best part about it all is rediscovering everything. So, y'all, that's really it for me. I mean, I you, me, and Tuscany, man, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend. I cannot wait for it to come out on the TV. I low key want to go see it again, but I gotta go see Michael. Okay, I gotta go see Michael this weekend, so I cannot go see that. But I would want to go see that again because it was one of those movies that, in the world that we live in right now, with all the negativity, with everything that's going on, if you want a cute little love story, but not just about love, but about rediscovery and understanding the importance of not dwelling in your grief, but embracing your grief, and growing within your grief, You, Me, and Tuscany is the movie for you. I also, yo, hold up. Oh, yeah, before I end, y'all, I almost forgot. Tell me why, when I got in my car, I was leaving the movie theater, got in my car, and I turn it on. That's what we got to do to move it. And why did Mario start playing? Y'all, the radio say, you should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want. And I want to just say, if you see the movie, you already know. I was over there like, Jesus, where he at? You trying to show you this? Is this your sign, God, that my love is here? Do I need to go to Tuscany? Like, what's going on? And no one was around, but I just thought that was just a weird coincidence that I just left the movie that this song was the theme song for. And so where he at? Where the man at, Jesus? Where he at? I hear the song, but I don't see him. But yeah, just a fun thing. You, Me, and Tuscany made me feel really, really great. I hope that you guys go check it out. I'll be back next Wednesday for Wednesday thoughts on Michael, because I'm going to see that this weekend. Other than that, y'all, stay blessed, stay cultural, and never die. And know that you're appreciated, that you're loved, and that if you're going through grieving right now, it is okay. Because one day you will rediscover yourself and you'll realize that this is nothing but a journey and a way to get better and grow in life. I love. Peace.